And is it working? Good afternoon, everybody. Hello and welcome. Thank you very much for joining me this afternoon. My name's Paul Grogan, and today we're going to be playing through City Builder Ancient World. We're going to be using Tabletopia to play this game because the two people I'm playing against are not in the same room as me. So that's what we're doing today. Yeah, thank you very much for joining me in the chat. For those people who've been watching me on social media and Patreon supporters on the Slack channel, you'll know that this video didn't almost happen. Our internet died earlier on today. And it just came back about 20 minutes ago. So, a couple of caveats here. First of all, the internet might go down again. If it does, thank you very much for watching, and we'll carry on this another time. There's nothing I can do about that, but hopefully, cross fingers, it'll stay stable. The other thing is I've been having a number of software crashes and glitches with the broadcasting software over the last couple of weeks. So again, if that happens, apologies for that. If I'm able to reboot it and get it going again, I will. So if the video freezes at any point, just bear with us a minute. And we will get it back. So there we go. Right, now, what is this game? So this is City Builder Ancient World. It's a game that I know very little about. And the tutorial today is not going to come from me. It's going to come from my 2 a.m. talking to German policeman friend, Mr. Connor McGooey, who should appear on screen now. How you doing, Connor?
Good, Paul. How are you?
Ask me that after the stream because I don't want to answer it. I'm not having a good day today.
I know the feeling.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this game.
Sure, I'll give you the super quick overview. This was a game that was pitched to me at Shucks last year. Really enjoyed it. We sat down on how to play, and right away I knew I was going to be interested in it. It is a tile-laying city builder for 1 to 4 players. It was originally pitched to me as a competitive game, and at the time the designer knew that I liked more modes in my games if possible, large player counts. So he mentioned that he had been working on a cooperative one. So Andre and I have spent the last about 5 or 6 months refining the cooperative mode. So now you can play competitive, cooperative, or solo out of the same box.
Right.
Plays really fast, nice and puzzly, with some fun little mechanics in it. It's been getting a lot of good press.
Okay, so this was a game that when it was pitched to you, you thought this is going to fit into your catalogue?
Exactly.
Yeah, cool. And it's actually on Kickstarter right now?
That's correct, yeah. We're just finishing up the campaign. We funded nice and quick. We've unlocked about 10 stretch goals, so the game's blinged out nicely. And the campaign will close on Tuesday.
Right. Are there any more stretch goals to go?
You bet. I contacted my manufacturer again to get some more pricing to add some more stuff. So we've just added one. The next one up actually is for some beautiful triple layer settler tracks. So the tracks you can see on screen there, those are for the competitive mode. If you were to flip those over, it would be the cooperative mode. So what's going to happen is hopefully we can reach that stretch goal and actually create indented player boards like we did for Summit, but actually have different indents on the opposite sides. So that's the next stretch goal. And we have a couple more after that. Right.
Excellent. Okay. So let's also welcome, because we're going to be playing a 3-player game today, is your business partner Joe. And if I click on that button, he should appear. There you go. Hello, Joe.
Hi, how's it going?
Good. So how much involvement have you had with the development of this game?
Oh, I pretty much did everything, I think.
Okay.
I had very little. I play tested it with them, but yeah, this is a Connor and Andre baby for sure.
Right. Okay. Cool. And yeah, so you said earlier on.
I mean, sorry to jump in. Joe did actually have some great feedback because he was there for the game when Andre and I first met and first played. And once the game was done, Joe's criticism was, I don't know. I really wish there was one more turn. And I said that is a hallmark of some great games.
That's the sign of a good game.
Want one more. You're like, if I just one more.
Yeah,
it's a good sign.
Yeah, it's a very good sign. So you mentioned earlier on that there is a cooperative and a competitive version of this game, which is kind of the hallmark of your games.
Yep.
We're going to be playing the competitive version today.
Of course.
Right. So I have the prize. Okay. It is a JAFFA cake for the winner. Now, obviously, you two are not here with me, so if you two win, I'll eat it for you on your behalf. But
perfect.
We do have a
on a live stream. I would expect.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Right, and since I know very little about this game, I'm going to hand it over to Connor to start doing the teach of it.
Sure. So what we'll do is I'll do this setup and teach at the same time to try to keep things streamlined and fast. So we'll be gentlemen, Joe, and we'll let Paul pick first. So Paul, there are 4 town squares on your city setup. Pick any one of those you want for now, and then just drag it into the center spot of your board. Just a note for anyone watching, this gray board is just a background for Tabletopia. It creates a magnet. It's not used in the game. All right, so Paul's picked one. Joe, why don't you pick one next?
Okay. will go with this one.
And then Joe, remember, you're going to be playing actually in the top left. You're going to be playing in blue, aren't you?
Okay.
Oh, is he
Excited?
blue?
No, I'm yellow, Connor.
Okay, perfect. I thought we had changed that last minute, but I will adjust, and then I will take. Paul? What do you prefer? Where do you want Joe? What's easier for your camera?
Well, in fact, yeah. If you're going to play blue, I can move your little icon over here. There you go. So we've covered up that. That's fine. Right.
Perfect. Okay, and then I'll grab one of these. Now, in the actual game, there are 6 different town squares, and on the back of said town squares, there's a number in the corner. So okay. Paul has number 2.
I have number 2.
Joe has number 1, and I have number 4. So that means Joe is going to get to go first, which means Paul is last in turn order. But that means he is actually first in choosing his starting tiles. So these are your starting tile options over here. Paul, you have a red, blue, green, or orange, the main 4 landmark colors. And all they are is the same tile layouts on all of them, but the main landmark color changes. So for example, in the reds, you always have a red up top and then one of the others. In the blue, these will all be blue and then one of the others. Okay. So pick any sort of color you want. To give you a little insight, you are going to be pulling, which I'll explain afterwards, from this side of the settler tracks. So you have blue, green, red, green, orange, blue. So I'd probably recommend blue or green for being the starting color that you would want.
Blue's the color that I was going to go with. So do I take this whole stack?
Yep, and if you right click it and go to the 6 o'clock option, that works as well. The 6 o'clock option will say draw up to 3, and that will actually put them all automatically into your hand, which is a nice little...
So they're in my hand. Excellent. Right, okay.
Okay, these ones you can put back here. And now I'll pick next, and let me have a quick peek at my boards. You know what? Why don't I go with... I'll take orange. And then, Joe, you can pick from the remaining 2.
Okay.
Red or the green stack. While Joe's doing that, I'll start teaching in Paul's city. So zooming in onto Paul's green little city over here around his town square. The basic idea in City Builder is that you will be laying a tile from your hand and then drawing a tile. That is pretty much it. Okay. After doing that, all you're hoping to do is welcome in settlers, and these are settlers on the tracks up here. The small ones being commoners, the large ones being nobles, or building monuments. Now it's a one or the other. So during the game, let me have a quick peek above and see if I could do something clever. Let's do this. So my first turn, I do that. My second turn comes around, I do this. Paul, just as a little tip, the Q and the E buttons are rotate. Which is very helpful in this game. So I've now built a district, which is the objective of laying these tiles. A district is defined by having streets completely surrounding it. So I've created this little rectangle here. It has a green landmark, a blue landmark, and 2 vacant houses. Vacant houses are white roofed, even though they will look slightly different for art's sake. They're all considered the same. They're a vacant house. Right. And then you can also see the other landmarks being the red one here and the orange one here. So in this cute little landmark I've built, I have 2 options. The first of which is to build, to welcome some settlers. So, Paul, if you were to mouse over this guy here and hit your space bar, that'll zoom in on your screen nicely. And viewers can see on the right-hand side to claim a settler. So the small settlers need 1 of their color landmarks plus 1 not of their color. So for example, for the green, you would need a green landmark and an other landmark. For the blue, you'd need a blue landmark and an other. Purple are more picky, and I'll show that why in a second. And they need 3 different color landmarks. Now on the right-hand side are for the nobles. They're trickier than the commoners. You need 2 of their color plus 1 non of their color.
Right, can I just ask a quick question? When you say a non-landmark, the houses, are they landmarks or not?
No, those are vacant houses. Those are only used for placing settlers.
Gotcha.
On the bottom right of that player aid, there's a small icon of Atlas holding up the globe. He is wild, a joker. He could be used for any landmark you want, and I'll help you during the game to use him well. The one thing I should mention is the tiles have been updated, so he's now more of a gold color, not that white color anymore.
Okay.
So using that sort of breakdown there, in my district, I could use my green landmark as my main, and my blue as my other, to welcome a green settler off of this track. I could also use the blue landmark and the green as the other to welcome a blue settler off of the track.
At the same time?
At the same time.
Yeah, he claims settlers. Yeah, okay.
Exactly. You always have the ability to welcome the settler directly behind the first. So now I would have access to these 3 settlers as well as these 3 settlers. Okay, what's important to know is these tracks are being shared. So although this is actually Paul's city I'm in, Joe is going to be pulling from the top of this track, and I'm going to be pulling from the top of this track. So there's a tug of war happening there.
Right. So I'm taking from this side, and you're taking. So there's one of these horizontal bars between each of the two, each player in the game.
That's exactly right.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a couple important things to note here. So let's look at this one right between you and Joe in the middle here.
Yeah.
So let's say Paul played really well and dug all of these guys off of the track. What you'll note is the victory points associated increase, and these are added at the end of the game. So you would have scored a total of 13 points for doing this. What also happens is one settler must be left behind on each track. So Joe could only take that one.
Right.
This one's now locked out from both of you. So Joe's made 1 point and Paul made 13 on that side of the track.
Nice.
Yeah. That's also why the purple are harder to build, because they're the halfway part on the track. Now, at the start of the game, purples are always in the middle and everything else is put on randomly. So just as an aside for the game changing every time you play.
Right.
An important thing to note when adding to your city down here is that no matter how big the district gets, you're only allowed to have one of each color settler in your city, regardless of whether it's a commoner or a noble. So a total of 5 different colors. That's very important. You'll never need more than 5 white houses.
When you say in the city or the district?
Sorry, in the district. You never need 5 in the district. Thank you for clarifying.
Okay.
The other thing which I'll say is I did this poorly on purpose, is I pulled a green and a blue off of the sides here. What I should have... Oh, you stay behind. The lock key is very helpful in this game.
Yep.
What I should have actually done is I should have taken the blue guy from behind that green.
Yes.
Because he's worth more points.
Okay.
The one thing I will say, let me just do this differently. Let's say I had actually built it like this. So I have a green and an orange. Well, I welcomed the green into my city. I have not welcomed an orange.
Right.
I am not penalized for that. If on a later turn I put this guy somewhere else, I could then also bring this orange into this previously completed district.
Okay.
Okay, that's important to know. You can actually plan for that for some clever large builds.
Okay.
So I'll put those back. And that's option 1, is welcoming settlers. Option 2 is to welcome or to build monuments. And that's what these 3 guys up here are. There's a stack that we'll be drawing from, and you'll be welcoming them or building them in your city. They literally get placed into your city using the control key to turn them. And the reason why that matters is not only are the landmark requirements needed to be met, blue and blue, green and green, but the district actually has to be the exact size of that landmark. So it couldn't be any bigger or any smaller, of that monument. So, and then that would be end game scoring points. Okay. Now, one I will note to anyone watching is that this monument on top is not available, but it's upcoming, so you can plan for it.
Yeah.
The other reason that's there is that I actually have full art on the back of all of these monuments to make your city beautiful. So you can kind of see what's coming up as you're planning for it. Okay. Now, again, you can do a monument or settlers in each district, never both.
Okay.
That is the super quick overview of how the game's played. You'll basically be playing a tile. And then you are welcome to discard 1 or 2 of your remaining tiles before drawing up to 3. The game will end.
For a little bit there.
Oh, sure.
Just say
you
that
will
last bit again.
You always have the ability to discard 1 or 2 of your remaining tiles before drawing up to 3. Okay. The game will end once we've run through the entire tile stack and the discard without shuffling it, as well as the tiles in our hand. So we'll be adding a total of 18 tiles to our city.
Okay. And is that 18 tiles because it's a 3-player game, or is it always 18 tiles? No
that is always. So we will. There's a stack over here that we didn't use. You're basically adding 15 tiles per player. So if it's a 2-player game, we'd have 30 tiles plus our 3 starter tiles each.
Yeah. Okay.
And then shuffle together. So there's a bunch of tiles that we won't even see in this game that are off to the side.
Right.
Now, to keep things simple, we could use this player aid thing here, but we'll actually turn on the Tabletopia turn-based mode. And I'm just going to hit end turn because it's actually supposed to be Joe who starts. And then Paul's going to say it's your turn. Just click once on the screen and click end turn, and then we'll properly go to Joe's turn. And I will clean up Paul's city, get my stuff out of his way. And we can leave this just off to the side here for Paul in case you want to reference during play.
I mean, it's fairly simple, isn't it?
It is.
A green citizen is green and something else, and that's the same for everything except purple. So you just remember purple's different. And then the nobles is 2 of them and 1 other. Except for the purple noble, which is 1 of each. All 4.
And that's one of the things that spoke to me when I first played the game is the simplicity of it. And then once you start playing, the puzzliness of it.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah. We'll see it quick. All right, and look at this. Joe's already pre-planning his moves up here. He's adorable.
Connor, it's because I take forever, so I gotta start planning ahead.
So remind me how many tiles you can place on your turn.
Only one.
Only one. Right. So when he's placed 2, that's because he's put 1 down now, but he's planning for
his next turn. So Joe, you can't click draw up to 3 because if you do that, it's going to put 3 tiles in your hand and you already have 1 in play.
Yeah. So I just need to grab 1, right?
Exactly.
So you don't have a completed district yet, which means you can't do either of those options.
Correct.
Right.
That's correct.
There we go.
Okay, and then end my turn, right?
On the bottom left of your screen, exactly. And it's going to say my turn, and I am going to start making some plans already.
I'm going to start having a look at mine while, yeah. Right, so.
There we go. I'm going to draw 1, and then I'm going to end my turn.
The benefit of nobles, are they got bigger victory point values?
That's correct. Yeah, so they'll get to high points faster.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it also shuts down your opponent.
Right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, I need to look at what I've got here. So citizens, as you say, it's 1 citizen per house. So if I end up putting 3 landmarks in a district and there's only 1 house, it's kind of a bit of a waste.
Well done. Yes, people. I don't like preaching too much, but it's a bad play. You want as many vacant houses, and once you get to 3 landmarks, you can actually do 4 vacant houses because you can get purple in there as well.
Right. Okay.
And once you get to 4, 5, which is nice.
So yeah, let's put this. I think let's put it like that. Okay, and I'm not going to welcome anybody. So the draw up to 3, is that?
Yep.
Okay, nice.
And that way, if you had chosen to discard any, it would know how many your hand was short and would automatically give you the correct amount.
Yeah, now remind me, discarding, once the pile is empty, you take the discards and you create a new pile and we just carry on?
That's correct. I'll give us a
little. They've all gone. Let's just check, see if no, it's too late. Okay, right, done. Joe, you're up.
Okay.
Hello to everybody in the chat. Yeah, thank you very much for keeping everybody company. I'm going to obviously concentrate on playing the game at the moment because I don't want to slow everybody else down. But yeah, thank you for joining me in the chat. I can see there's quite a few people there. Let's see what Joe's doing.
So Paul, I don't think Joe can hear me right now, so let's just make sure that we really kind of beat on Joe because it's lots of...
Whoa.
Yeah, well, I've got the explosives. I've sent them, and I've covered them in chocolate cake. So yeah, because I've heard it's his birthday, so there's the chocolate cake on the way, but it's actually got explosives.
Thank you.
And that removes one of his tiles. Who's writing the rule book for this game? Because I mean, if you're writing it, Connor, you can just add those rules in now.
I've just simplified it with Joe loses. The first rule.
Do not put me in the rules, Connor.
All right, so with orange and red to then build the granary. So I'll bring that up there. And I will, again, I needed the red and the orange. And then I select it. I use the silly control button. And then I place it on top like that. And that one says I will get 2 victory points per settler of a unique color in districts adjacent to this monument.
Right,
so,
okay.
So planning for. And then I am actually going to, what do I got? No, I won't discard. I was going to, but I've changed my mind. And then I will hit enter.
Okay, and do we reveal a new tile?
That's right.
Stack?
Yes.
Yep.
Sorry, I should have done.
Okay, well, I'm going to go with, I think, the example that you did earlier. If I can find a green building. Oh, no, I've messed it up.
No, you've already placed your building. You're good. You've already placed the green.
Did I?
That's a little green.
I did, yeah, sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so it's the blue one I want to play. Ah, I see. These are all different. Ah, right. Okay, let's put that there. So I think I've done this right. Oh, except it's rotated it for me. There you go.
Yes, sorry. That's something that in the game that's weird. Don't rotate it till you drop it or the magnet will lock it the wrong way.
The magnet will put its way up. Right, so we have this district here with a blue and a green, 2 houses. So we take the green.
So you could do that or this. It's up to you because you actually did both of those. You could take those 2 settlers or that.
Gain 4 victory points, gain an extra 4 points if your city has the largest number of populated districts. No, that's fine. We'll take that one for now. But yeah, I can see that there's the decision of do you take this one or do you go with these? Yeah, okay. We'll see how the points play out. Do I want to discard anything? Let me just have a look. I don't. No, I'm going to stick with that. So I'm going to draw a card, tile, end turn. Done. Okay.
And while Joe's playing, Paul, I'm just going to show you a card from my hand, just so you can see it. This tile. So that tile
Joe's
actually
video
has
is frozen.
Joe's video is frozen.
Yeah. I'm just going to refresh it on here. Thank you for letting me know in the chat.
He's still playing in the game, so if his video freezes, as horrible as it sounds, it's not, as long as it doesn't freeze up anything else.
Well, I've refreshed it, and now it's disappeared completely, so... You still with us, Joe?
Well, look.
Ah.
We'll see.
He's now gone.
As long as it keeps playing, we're fine.
Yeah.
So down here in your city, actually, I've dropped a tile in your city, Paul, just to show you what the statue looks like. Yeah, down here, I've put one of my tiles in your city.
Oh, right. Okay. Yes.
So that's what a wild is when you have it.
And that counts as any landmark.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now I'll get rid of it to go build my own darn city. All right, so...
I lost you guys for a second there, sorry.
Ah, you're back. Excellent.
Hey, yeah, no worries. Well...
Let's try and refresh your Skype feed. There you go, we're back.
Connor, did you say anything about me while I was gone?
No,
nothing at all. No.
We're nothing but gentlemen.
Yeah. Oh, you guys were joking when you were talking about getting rid of me.
Oh, we didn't actually realise until people in the chat said that you seem to have frozen, or either that or you're doing a very intense staring contest. So it was only at that point that we realised.
So it could have been one or the other.
So I've chosen to discard 2 tiles, Paul, and then
right. So you clearly wanted to cycle through your hand a bit and to get some things that you want. Okay.
Yeah.
So
to get into a little bit of the overarching game, is there's tiles like this and stuff that allow me to make bigger districts and have multiple vacant houses. Oh, there you go. Then you're good.
Yeah, it's there. it's that
nice.
One.
Well done.
I don't quite know what I'm gonna do with that yet, but that's fine. I'm gonna stick that there. Now I just need to think ahead. What am I gonna do with it? So there's a red. There's a blue. Okay, yeah. I think I know what I'm going to do with it, which means I think I'm going to put that next. Okay, I'm just going to draw 1 tile. And end turn. We are good.
And again, I'll use Joe's poor turns as my turn to talk. So it's actually funny. So for the exact thing that you're doing right now, Paul, that kind of like the thinky placing of tiles, is actually why I created the active player token, because my dad loves this game and he gets so into the actual puzzly building of the city that he'd have built like 4 extra tiles. And we're like, Dad, what do you do? It's not even your turn. Because he's just so focused on how to play.
Right, okay. So your dad likes games that aren't trick-taking games as well then?
It's good memory. His will always be trick-taking games, but this is actually probably one of his favorite.
So I can take this one now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I made him happier. If I invented bridge, he would be happy.
2 reds and something else. Yeah.
And a green, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
I'm well on my way.
Yeah, I'm going to have a look at these monuments. Just.
Oh, this was a waste, though.
Poorly played, Joe. Poorly played.
Yeah, that was a waste.
So a populated district.
An end turn, Joe.
Is.
Oh, sorry.
A district full of people?
No, as long as it has a person in it, it's considered populated.
Person. Right,
For example, Joe just built a not populated district.
Oh, he did, yes.
No offense.
Yeah.
It was a terrible decision.
But you said you can come back to that later on.
Well, actually, you could, except for the fact that the way he's built it, he's only 1 landmark, he's closed it, and 2 houses. You need a minimum of 2 landmarks to put a settler in there, and 2 landmarks for a monument. So
but I did get to take first, and I think that's worth 40 points. So
I think so. I mean, it's always important in playtests to play with bad players. So,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
I don't know what you're insinuating here, Paul, but
shots fired. Shots fired.
I've come onto this stream for stress relief, just so you know. So.
Well, I'm good for something. I'm like a squeeze toy.
That's what Dom says.
Where
whoa.
are we up to? Is it me? Are you waiting for me?
Oh wow! If I had
No, it's your go.
hit end, if I had hit end turn like I was supposed to.
There we go. Right. Okay. So, yeah, my plan was to put, if I've got this right, is to put that in there. And now I have a district with 3 different monuments.
Yep.
Sorry, 3 different landmarks.
Ooh.
Red, blue, and orange.
Let's see how good of a gamer he is.
I can take... Well, I've got 2 houses.
That's right.
So
the downside is you could have filled 4 houses, but the good thing is that's actually a smart play if you pull the right 2 settlers right now.
Well, I could take red.
Mm-hmm.
I could take blue.
Mm-hmm.
I could take orange. But what I'm thinking of doing is I'm taking this purple one.
Exactly.
Right. But it's kind of a waste because I only need... Oh, you need 3 different landmarks for purple.
You need 3.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do. That
So
was the plan.
So for me, and this is not a winning strategy, I would have taken more time to build a bigger area, but you zoomed in very quickly and stopped me. So that's actually quite a good play. It's very good.
Yeah. Okay. And to get a purple noble is all 4 landmarks. Yeah. Wow.
Exactly.
Okay. Right. We're done. I'm just going to draw a card for now because I'm only learning the game. I'm not spending too long looking at my tiles and working out which ones to discard.
Exactly.
But obviously, once you've played it once or twice, you definitely want to be doing that to cycle your tiles. I think.
And I mean, I shouldn't be doing this, but I'm looking at the feed stream right now, and you actually have a very nice assortment of tiles, so you should be in good shape.
Connor, you're a cheater. Don't look at my tiles.
I can't see your tiles.
You can't see your tiles. He's watching the feed. That's the thing. I was going to do a live feed of playing a live game of Twilight Struggle with somebody. And he was like, well, look, you've got to promise not to watch the live feed in your other window because otherwise,
I just wouldn't put anything past Connor, that's all.
Whoa, come on. Joe and I have known each other for over 30 years, so there's a lot of...
right. Wow.
Yeah.
So, Paul, the other trick is, while Joe takes his time, that I like to tell new players is you're more than welcome to drop tiles into your city and kind of pre-plan where they're going to go. And then once you know how you want them, just use the F button to flip them face down, and they're ready for your next.
Yeah.
In case you're ever stuck waiting for Joe to take 3 years.
Whoa, Connor, I will not be bullied.
I'm sorry, baby. You know I didn't mean it. Is that what I want to do? Is this what I want to build? Okay, whatever. I'm going to go for it. And I'm going to get rid of... I need some blue. I'll discard this guy, and I'll draw 2 fresh ones. And I'll end turn.
Whoa, so fast.
Right. Well, I'm going to put... let's just see what that does if I put it there. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Yeah, that's okay. I'm putting that there.
Oh, nice.
I haven't completed a district, so yeah, that's it for me.
Side note, Paul, obviously you are welcome to build outside of the grid. If you started going out this way, that's legal. It's just the grid for Tabletopia.
Right, gotcha. So what comes, obviously you were saying that this background is not in the physical game. People just build their tiles in front of them. Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's really no need for it.
Yeah.
For this exact reason, you end up being confined into an area for no help.
There is a question in the chat for you, Connor. Are there any Kickstarter exclusives with this game?
There are actually, yes. There is a Kickstarter exclusive metal challenge coin, and then a Kickstarter exclusive linen embroidered bag. And then we've actually unlocked 2 more exclusives, some exclusive landmarks, and some exclusive edicts for the cooperative game. So, and those will not be available in retail. So now is the time to jump in.
And does the cooperative game, I mean, we'll talk a bit more about it at the end, but does it use exactly the same physical components?
Yes, the big difference being these tracks flip and they're used differently. Then there's a chit pull system out of a bag. And then there are edicts, which have to be adhered to. They're kind of game breakers, rule breakers.
Right.
And then the monuments are a different set of monuments that work differently.
Right.
So, sorry, I'm not taking Tabletopia froze, so I'm just hitting refresh here.
You're back in? Yep, that's fine.
Okay. I'm back. Okay, let's see what I want to do here.
I should be planning my moves too instead of
Yeah,
talking
I'm
so
going to
much.
plan mine.
And that's the thing, is it ends up being somewhat quiet because everyone's kind of in their...
Well, you know, my idea of a perfect Friday night is 4 people sat around my dining room table saying nothing and just staring at wooden cubes.
You're not wrong. That's the thing.
Connor, here's a question for you.
Yep.
Can you play kitty corner like this?
Cannot. That is illegal. It has to touch a side.
There we go.
Thanks
Okay.
for asking.
You're welcome.
Another question. If I create a district and it has 2 houses and a red and a blue landmark, can I take 2 red people in?
No, remember, you're only allowed 1 of each color, regardless of whether it's small or large.
Okay. I was basically sort of, I was trying to think of it of, can I use the same landmark to attract somebody more than once? But as you say, you can't have more than 1 of each color in a district. So
exactly,
that answers that.
It's amazingly simple rule, and you'll see the depth of that strategy in a little bit.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. I want to discard this one. Hey, get out of here. Discard. And I want to bring 1 more. Okay.
All right, I will flip this one. I will
I'll start,
draw a fresh
planning my thing actually, because I think
speaking
go already. I think if I put this, that's insane if I do that. Oh, that's just as insane if I do that. Okay. So it's a bit crazy, but I think I'm going to do that.
No, that's nice.
Yeah, it's a very big district. I've got to just close it off.
Well, wait, if you want, go over to my city. Look what I'm building on now, and then you'll understand. I love big districts.
Okay, let's have a look. Oh, wow. Oh, okay.
Which can sometimes be my Achilles heel, is that I spend too much time building these massive things, and smart players like you zoom in and pick up the points quickly. So I have to be.
Sorry. Seems to have frozen again on my turn, sorry.
Yeah.
No worries, Joe.
Are you playing via browser or using the Steam client?
Yeah, I'm on a browser.
Yeah, Steam client seems to be a lot more stable.
Oh, interesting.
Gareth just put something in the chat, which is exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Which is what?
When you said you like big districts, I was thinking of that song.
I like big districts. When a tile walks in with anybody, a landmark in your face, you get sprung.
I didn't realize you knew
I
the
should
words.
never sing. Oh, of course.
Okay, back to it.
Is there an advantage to building big districts? Yes, because, well, you're going to see it, but if you've got a district with lots of houses and lots of different coloured landmarks in there, you can basically snap up loads of different citizens with one move. And we will see that as soon as one of us completes that district.
What matters now is, I think, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, see, so what ends up happening, it's weird. In Tabletopia, you should have the ability to kind of watch your neighbors easier, but you really don't. In the physical game, it's much easier to kind of monitor what people are doing by their body language and how they're playing. Because what I've actually just done right now is I've counted how quickly Paul can close off his big district and how fast I need to close off mine to make sure, if we're fighting for the same stuff, that I can try to steal it first. I mean, I probably should be nice as it's Paul's first time playing, but I also know
don't be nice on me. That's fine.
Not pulling any punches.
And of course we got these. I've not
Exactly.
been looking at these.
Oh, and sorry, the one thing I didn't say in my teach, Paul, is do not underestimate the importance of these monuments.
Yeah.
You're going to want to have built at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 if you're going to win.
Okay.
People get really excited about these settler tracks. They forget these and they will not win. Unless everybody does that, but that's unlikely. All right, I'll flip this.
Okay. So one more tile and you've completed the district.
Well, I
Potentially.
should, because if I connect these, I've added a 6th white house, which doesn't help me.
Yeah.
So now I just got to figure out what I want to close this best with. I want to keep this in my hand. I'm going to discard this one because I don't want to close it with orange. I'll draw. Oh, geez, that's not what I want. All right, I got to do some planning over here.
So we're going to put, yeah, let's have a look at these colours here. Okay, so let's, oh no, in fact that's that. Oh gosh. Let's put, oh, but if I do that, oh yeah, that doesn't work either. Right, okay, yeah. Just notice this could be a really small district here with nobody in it.
That's exactly right.
So I think now the problem is that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 6 houses, which is a bit of a waste. My other option is that I do that. Ooh. We can totally do that.
Okay, so now the only thing I'm going to caution you, because I like you, is this is nice because it gets you a big blue in that district.
But there's no blues anywhere nearby.
You need to get far down that track.
Yep, I know. But I think I'm still going to do it. That needs to go into my hand.
You probably have... Well, actually, Joe's doing something big up there, too. Oh, boy. Is Joe...
I'm going to discard one.
Is Joe closing his friggin' district before I'm closing mine? Dirty. Joseph, we will hang up on you so fast.
No, but Connor, it doesn't matter. I didn't have any blues. So... Aha. Oh, no. Froze again. Damn it.
Right, okay.
Well, that's okay. We can still plan our turn while you reset.
Yeah. So when you said that these citizens are randomly, the purple ones are always in the middle, but then they're randomly placed. But if you look, this one is blue, orange, green. Can you ever get 2 of the same colour in a particular?
Yes. You can. That's why it's extremely important for that first pick of what colors, starting tiles you want. Yeah. Because you could have like 2 or 3 of the same color close on all your tracks. Yeah. And know that you need to dig out of there fast. But then there's also monuments that will give you extra points for having the same color, so it kind of offsets that.
Right, okay.
All right, so
we want to do that. We want to do
what
that.
Is Joe gonna do? Oh, you don't want to close that district yet, Joe.
Why?
No way do you want to close that, because you only have 2 different color landmarks, and you have 1, 2, 3,
no,
4,
I
5,
have
6.
I have 2 oranges.
Apologize, I didn't see the
2
red.
oranges, 1 red, and 2 green.
Yeah, that's all right.
So
You'll get 4 colors.
Wow.
I get the big orange, the big green,
yeah,
and the little red.
Nice.
I mean, I would have liked to have 2 blues in there, but it is what it is. 1.
You've got 2 orange and something else. You've got 2 green and something else.
And you can still do a small red and a small purple.
Yes, but I'm not there yet.
Exactly. So in the back of his mind, he's going to try to remember that when he gets to a purple, he can put it in there automatically on his turn.
So where are you getting the red? Oh, there's a red there.
Right, yeah, I missed that too, actually.
And then you can take a purple from there. Right, okay, gotcha.
So what the other interesting thing is, because of how I'm about to close off my city, is I was going to take this track, but now I can't get the darn purple off this track. So Joe's actually inadvertently forced me towards you on this track.
Right, okay. Nice.
Sorry, not sorry.
He's turning us against each other, Paul. Yeah, because I placed one here.
Right.
My daughter is in a fuzzy background here, joining us.
What colour do we want there?
Okay, I want to discard this and grab this one, and I'll be good. I'm getting no blues. This is crazy.
I'm getting a ton of blue. All right, so here we go. So I'm closing this off. So now in this ridiculous district, I have a red, an orange, a blue, a green, another blue, and a wild. So that means I'm going to use that wild as a red, so that I have 2 reds and an other, and then I have 2 blues and an other, and then I have a blue, a red, an orange, and a green for this big purple.
Right.
Up here. And now I can still do a small green and a small orange, which I really want to go after Joe, but I can't.
Yeah, get out of
The
here.
orange.
I mean, I have to take the, yeah, but I can,
no, that's probably best.
right? Which is the better play.
Yeah.
It'd be silly for me to pick on Joe and lose at the same time.
Right.
So unfortunately, I'm
my original question. my question earlier, which was answered by you can't have the same piece. You can't have the same colour twice in a district. What I was actually trying to sort of say is the wild monuments. You can say, oh right, this is blue. Oh, and now it's red, and now it's orange. It acts as everything.
No, it only acts as one. So I assign it as being my red to get the big red, and I could not also then make it green to get a big green in there, and then make it orange to get a big orange. It's assigned one color in that district, and then it's stuck. If I had multiple statues in there, they could all be individual colors.
Gotcha. Right. Okay.
This guy's now locked out on this track, so neither of us can take that one. I've locked it.
Okay.
And I will draw.
And you've made a big move down here as well. So
exactly.
Okay. Right. Now then. So yeah, that double blue is not looking very useful at this stage. Let's have a look what we can do. We probably want to take that, but if we want to take that, we probably want to do this first. So I think, whoa, yeah. Tricksy little hobbits is. Let's put not 2 tiles. Let's put 1 tile, and let's put it here. Okay, so again, not closed, but that's a green, 2 blues, and a red, which is, yeah, okay, so I think I'm going to discard both of these 2.
I'll help you out.
Yeah, it's until it goes orange, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, well
and then
done.
Draw up to 3. Okay, I am done. Did I draw what I wanted? What am I going to do here with this?
Oh, that's fast. Well done.
Yeah.
Goodness. Well, I don't really want to do this, but whatever. Yeah, whatever. I need to get some off of Joe's board, so I'm going to close this one off quickly and just put a orange and a blue in there.
Yeah, here.
Now I'm going to get rid of this guy because I don't have many greens left on my tracks. And I'll draw. Ah, come on! I just picked up 2 more green tiles.
Right. Let's just experiment with that. Okay, no, I don't want to do that.
Connor, reminder, nobles are the big ones, right?
Correct.
Good.
Okay, I think.
Oh, screw you, Joe.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's going to go there. And then I'm going to keep that one. I see I'm planning for future turns. Yeah, let's keep that one. I'm just going to draw another one. Okay.
Ooh, I like what you're doing there, Paul. That's what you're doing.
I had to change plans quickly, but it sort of works.
Oh, I friggin' hate Joe. Oh, what do you know, Joe? That one's upside down. You can't take it anymore. You can't take it.
Get out of here. It's mine.
So what's he taken? The Senate House?
Yeah.
Connor, how do you rotate again?
Click it once, hold Control, and click and drag.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Do I want to
17 tiles left. Well, 16 now.
Change my strategy because Joe just took the one I was going to build. So, okay, well, I will do this, I guess. Oh, I don't want to do that. Do I want to do that? Sure, whatever. I've done it. Yes. Oh my god, I don't want those tiles.
Okay, so is this going to work if I do that? No. Is it going to work if I do that? I think I'm just going to have to do something. Yeah, okay. We're going to put this in here and we're going to close this district off. So
Okay.
we've got 2 blue.
Yep.
We've got a green. We've got a red. We've got an orange. And we've got a wild. So we can...
It's a lot of stuff.
It is, but it's not that amazing, I'm afraid. So I want to take this green noble here.
Sure.
So in order to take this green noble, I'm going to have to make the wild card green.
Yep.
So there we go. So that was, yeah, that was 2 green and a something else, which means I can't then take the red because there's only 1 red here.
Correct.
But I can still take now a red and a blue and an orange.
Yep, and a purple.
And a purple.
Yeah.
Oh, because I've got 3 different ones. Yeah.
You actually have 4 different ones. You could take a large purple or a small purple.
I could take a large purple, but yeah. Now, I can't take it yet because I can't take the red.
Correct.
But are we saying that I could come back to this later on? And
If you got to it, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So for
So
now...
exactly. The choice you have is you could strip this column and take this purple away from me.
Yeah.
Or strip it to the purple and just hope. Well, see,
That's
now
what
I
we're gonna
can't
do.
take that purple. So I might stop you from getting it, but then you could try to go with these purples. So
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So at some point,
play.
I could take this purple here as long as the red has gone.
Correct.
Okay. Right. That's what we're going to do.
And with this statue here, this red here, you could probably do that pretty quick.
Yeah. And I'm just going to draw a tile and click end turn. There we go. Done. Right.
So you're going after that purple, huh?
No, not at all.
So, I need to close this off quicker than I expected. Okay.
I think he was listening into our secret conversation.
He's just so rude.
I know.
It's not.
No privacy anymore.
You can't have a coach's help, anyways. It's fine. Okay. I think I'll do that.
For everyone watching, Joe's name in Tabletopia is better than Connor, so it's going to come down to the score, I guess.
No, sorry, that had nothing to do with this game, Connor.
Oh,
Just
it's
in
just a life statement, is it?
Yeah, just a general statement.
Yeah, it's actually more accurate out of the game than in the game.
Okay. Yeah, that's gonna be my strategy. I'm gonna do that.
You're going to try to screw over Paul?
Yeah.
It's a good strategy.
Sorry. So I'll do that next round.
Okay. Let's see what he's up to.
What is he doing?
Okay. Don't worry about my city, you guys. Just continue with yours. It's fine.
All right, I built that monument. Put a new one out.
Longest street making a continuous straight line. Okay, it's nice. You've got longest road in the game.
Yep. Sorry, I'm planning ahead. I should just be drawing a tile. I still don't want this darn one. So many greens. Okay, that's what I want. All right.
Right, so how am I going to get 2 red and something else? I don't think I am. Not quick enough anyway.
Don't worry, you have all the time in the world.
Yeah.
If he said that, he's lying.
So let's have a look at these. Orange and green. Orange and green.
Joe, did you already flip your next tile?
It's right here.
There you go. I was like, how is he not putting anything in there yet?
I literally just put it down.
You're the worst.
I am the best, you mean.
Right, let's have a look at this then. Let's go with a different plan. That will be, I think, let's have a look at what colours are still left. Okay, yep. So, oh, no, don't want to pick up 2. Come here. I'll put these tiles in my hand. Right, okay, so, yeah, I did have a plan, which was... not that. I think it's that. Yeah, there you go. Now, what am I going to block that off with? Probably going to be that one. Okay, right, I'm done. Let's draw. Is he going to let me draw? He's not going to let me draw because it's the last one.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah, it drives me nuts when it does that.
It's the same with Tabletop Simulator. Is that once there's one tile, it's no longer a deck, and therefore the rules that apply to it being a deck don't exist anymore.
That's why AI will never take over the world. Come on.
Okay.
You guys are playing fast now. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about these monuments. I thought, oh yeah, I'll get a couple of them, and now I'm thinking, oh wait a minute, but I want to do that instead.
Exactly.
I want to do that, and it's like, oh.
Yeah, it's very strategic in how you and in the order you do it for sure.
Yeah.
Is it my turn or whose turn is it here?
Oh yeah, I didn't click end turn. Sorry.
No worries.
Okay. No. Okay. I'm gonna flip this. And I'm gonna take this big blue, so that you can't take the purple.
I cannot take the purple.
He is so dirty. You shouldn't be friends with him.
I'm gonna take this orange. Okay, and then I'll grab one of these. Uh-oh, where did it go? Oh, I put it in your... Okay, let me see if I want to discard anything. Hang on. The longest straight street.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's looking like... So far, I've got the longest, right? One, two,
three
oh, maybe three. Three tiles. Who else?
That'd be 6 points.
Actually, this is a tile here, so you'd have 1, 2. You have 4 here, Joe. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, yeah.
Let me check
Okay.
Paul's city. 1, 2,
So I'm going for
Paul
that
has
one,
1, 2, 3. So now we should just build that one so he can't have it.
Then get out of here!
Yeah, that like
What a waste of a turn that would be.
Well, it'd still make us points. It makes Paul 6 points. See how angry he is, Paul?
You don't have the longest line.
6 points is good. You don't
Get
have
outta
to
here.
have the longest street to score it. It's 2 points per tile in your longest streets, isn't it?
I don't know what you're reading, but that's not how I read it.
Oh, can I build it faster than Joe? So Joe needs an orange and a green.
He's got monuments already for this.
That's going to be 2 tiles before Joe can do it. So let's see if I can do it first.
Connor, worry about your own strategy. Leave mine alone.
I'm going to start planning, I think. I was going to start planning, and then it's suddenly my go.
You got to refresh, Joe. Your Tabletopia booted you again.
I know. I did it.
So that's there, and now I can take this purple one. Is that right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, so so that's it. That's all 5 colours in there. So I can't do anything else in there. Okay. Let's take a tile. And end turn. Okay. There you go.
Sorry, guys. It's just rebooting.
No worries. So while he's not here, let's just mess with all this stuff.
I'm using an old 96 DOS-based computer.
Ah, nice. DOS 3.1 or?
Yeah, 3.1. I've upgraded.
Nice.
Okay, here we go. Oh, what was I gonna do? Connor, did you build it?
No,
Oh, okay.
not yet, but this
But
tile.
are you gonna make me waste a tile and then you're gonna build it next round? What is it? Green and orange.
I can't say.
Green. No, you don't even have anything to do it.
Really? What's this?
What's what?
Right here. Are you looking at Paul's city or my city?
I'm looking at your CD. That's a
Orange.
blue.
Orange.
Oh, there is an orange. Connor,
But it's
flip
not-
it. Let me see.
No.
Connor. Okay.
The best part is it's good. I'm gonna enjoy this so much.
You might be doing this one though. This one is worth way more. The orange and the blue.
I have no L's. Oh, that.
That's not an L. It's
Oh, I
2
thought-
VP per populated
I thought you
district.
looked at the other one.
Okay, yeah, these monuments
Okay.
are really interesting. I
I'll
didn't
build
realise-
both of them then, Joe. Don't worry.
Yeah, based on length of streets, shapes of districts, populated, unpopulated. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many monuments generally get built? 2 to 3 per player?
For a chance at winning, yes.
Okay.
There's some crazy games where you can have like 4 or 5, but it's really going to depend which monuments they are and what your settler tracks or your city's made up of.
Mm-hmm.
New players typically score in like the 20s, 30s on their first game, 40s, and then when you get better at the game, you're in your 40s or your 50s, and when you have a solid game, you're doing 50s and 60s.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I'm nowhere near that at this point.
Regardless, Joe's really bad at short math, so I'll add up his score improperly for him. 3 points.
Well, I'm currently on
This is very-
22, so that's
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. This might be a nice one for you too.
Yep.
Just because Joe and I. are
Okay,
doing
Connor,
that.
go for it.
Oh shoot! He's trying to do it. Oh, do I change my strategy now? But I want to build the other one. So do I switch it out? Can I still do it? Put the green there. It's gonna give him 8 points. Is a lot of points. What does it make me? Not many. Oh God, not many at all. If I close that, that's gonna make me 6 points.
What a waste would be.
It would be a waste. It would be a waste. But
This is not bad. Green, 2 VP per populated
that's the one
district.
I wanted to build, but hurting you,
That is not how you should play this game.
taking away those points is going to be just, yeah, I've got to do it. Damn it. That messes up my
Connor,
next-
just Connor. Just the one that gives you the most points.
But the other one currently only makes me 6 points. It'll make me more after, but that one only makes you 4 points. So yeah, I'll hate draft this.
Connor, don't do it. Connor, don't do it. You should roll once it anyway. Oh, you bugger.
We're playing
I mean, it's
Playing
still 6
competitive,
points for
not
you, isn't
cooperative.
it?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
It's not bad at all. Right. Okay, so I was going to be putting this one in here. And that has completed this district. So it's got a green, a blue, and an orange.
Nice.
So I can take
Oh shoot! Yeah,
blue,
do it. Paul's playing perfectly. He's letting
an
Joe and I
orange,
duke it out. He just steals all the
green.
little settlers.
and a purple.
Oh no.
Damn.
Oh no.
Okay, right. Now, bear with us a minute. I just need to decide if I'm going to be discarding.
Yeah, this is it. Getting near the end, so gotta play tight.
Oh, no empty houses. Have we got any empty houses in here? Don't think I do. Have we got any empty houses in here? I don't think I do. Any in here? No. Okay, so we're looking at that one. So orange and blue, and it needs to be that size and shape. Wow. Okay. So,
Paul,
yeah.
Paul, I would choose a different strategy. I'm taking that one this now.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah.
Just fair warning, that's all.
Okay. Done.
Sucker. Okay, let's see here. I'll throw this one in here.
So,
Or rotate that.
20,
Rotate that. Or rotate
32
that.
points now.
Ah, it's hurting Joe, but it's going to have backfired on me.
And then I will control rotate.
City build. 2 points per settlers of any one colour in your city. So pick a settler colour and get
Exactly.
2 points for each of that colour. Okay.
Sorry, I think I want to discard some of these.
Yeah. Oh, I need to plan this better.
I'll discard this. And do I need red?
Tiles.
Oof. Reds. Reds are useless.
Okay, how am I going to do it? Aha! Yes, that's how I can do it. I think that's how I can do it. Yeah.
Oh, that is useless. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to change my strategy here. Okay.
End your turn, though, Joey.
Yeah.
Although I don't know why I'm rushing you. I don't have my friggin' play planned because I screwed myself.
Yeah, well, Connor, we discussed this.
Orange, red. Ah, God. Okay. All right. Well, let's just see. Let's see what I can do. Change your plan. Let's do this. And then let's... Gotta be careful.
Oh.
Discard.
Oh, no. Just adding up, trying to work out. To get a noble, you need 2 landmarks of the colour of the noble and 1 extra.
Sorry, I was focusing on my city. Say that again.
It's the 1 extra. To get a noble, you need 3 landmarks, 2 of them of the appropriate colour, and then 1 extra.
Correct. Exactly.
So, right. So yeah. So how's that going to work? It's not. Yeah, that's not going to work at all. Okay, so let's take. Okay, let's put that there. Let's get a little district here. It's got an orange and a something and 2 houses. So we're going to take the orange from there and we'll take the red from there. Okay. Now then, am I going to be discarding stuff?
Pretty much your last turn to discard too, if you do.
It is, isn't it? Okay, yeah, let's discard that one. Okay. Doesn't want to go on.
No, I get it.
Right, done. Draw 2 cards, 2 tiles, and yeah, off we go. So how many turns left have we got each? It's 3, isn't it? I've got 3 turns left, I think.
There is a tile missing. Did you draw ahead, Joe? Because who started? Joe started?
No, you.
I started.
Yeah, Joe started.
So there should be 3 tiles in
Should
this.
be a tile missing.
I'm placing a tile right now, and then that means I have 2 in my hand. Does that not match?
You guys keep playing. I'll double check the tile count. 1 second.
I've played 14.
I'm notorious for overplaying, so it's probably with me, Connor.
I think you're ahead, Joe. Hold on 1 sec. I think so.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe's played 16 already.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so I'll just flip this one and then end my turn.
Yeah, that's your 16th tile, I think. With that one.
So yeah, okay, so that's my next round. Then.
That may
Okay,
have
so now
happened
you
during.
played 15. Yeah. played 14.
So that's right. Everyone's playing their 15th now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
That works. I mean, geez, Joe.
My bad.
Just kidding, it's fine.
Wow. Okay.
Flip that.
I keep looking at these, but
Of course, I got the same tile I discarded back.
yeah, definitely not got the bits I need at the moment. Green, orange.
Oh no.
How are we going to get these in? I'm staring at the board and I'm thinking, and I'm waiting for the tiles to change in front of me, and they're not changing. I think even if I put that there, okay, no, that's good. And then I draw one, which is that last one. Okay, so we're now just on to the tiles we have in our hands.
Oh, nuts.
Okay.
So well.
Are they going to be good to me?
Well, that should change this plan. Nuts. I do this.
Is that going to work? How am I going to take one of these? Oh, I see. Right, yeah.
Oh, nuts. Wrong
Yeah.
color.
Whew. So, let's plan my next 3 turns.
Joe, are you playing ahead again?
No. I'm playing this one, but I want to make sure that this one makes sense with my other.
Oh, okay.
So I'll flip this one as soon as I'm done. And I think that makes sense. There's a orange and a blue. Yeah, okay. Okay, go for it.
Oh, this is the wrong color. Nuts. I did not build very well.
Yeah, I've got so many
blue,
districts where
red.
it's like half built.
Yeah, I know. I should have stuck to my strategy instead of messing with you.
Oh,
My
wow.
own.
This happens.
That's true of every time we play games, though.
I don't understand why you haven't learned this lesson before.
It's adorable. All right, we'll lock that one out. That one's locked. Close those off. Man, I'm okay. Whatever. That's good for now. And turn.
Okay, so let's just have a look at what we're planning to do. Okay, so we're going to do that one first. We're going to complete this district here. This is a red. We'll call this green.
Paul has all of his tiles placed. Well done.
And that one.
Sorry, put those back for us. Oh no, sorry. I see what you've done. No, that's a good play. Sorry, I was getting ahead of myself.
Okay.
Well played. Well played.
Done. And turn.
Yeah, okay, so I guess it's my turn here.
So 2 turns left each. And then we go to the scores.
So I did. Here, let me see.
Paul's gonna steal that one in a second because he definitely has it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh crap! Does he ever?
What did I just do? No.
Nice city, Paul. That's quite impressive for your first time.
Okay, I guess I'll take orange.
Yeah, Paul has that.
And this blue.
sorry, your city looks strange for some reason.
Why?
Oh, this is just hit flip on that one, Joe. I think that tile's messed up on our screen. Just flip it twice. Ah, there you go. Okay. So that you made one in orange and one in blue?
Yeah. End turn.
Man,
My
I want
last
some...
tile is
Yeah, I know. I want
useless.
some clever ending here, but I don't think I'm going to pull it off. Green. Frick, wrong colors. Should have been looking closer. Paul's going to take that one. I can't get to that one. Oh, that's such a lame ending. I don't want to do that. I did that. Oh, no! Oh, that doesn't help me. One doesn't help me. Aw. Sad face. Okay, that's... I wanted a nice ending, and I'm going to have a lame little one.
Well, at least your monuments are nicely in order and perfectly lined up.
Aren't they beautiful? Why not? Thank you.
Oh, I hate when my last tile doesn't absolutely nothing.
I know, me too.
Should have planned that out better.
Yeah, I gotta plan this, make sure I don't mess this one up. Ah, lame, but I'll do it, I guess.
Okay, so I'm just going to flip over that one, but then not do anything. So that's me done.
Pardon me.
Oh, so close to having that monument. Oh, wait, maybe no. No. Nothing I can do.
And there's even some strategy. It doesn't help us too much here, but in some games, Paul's going to take a monument on his last turn, which is good because it doesn't open up any more monuments for us on our turns.
Yeah.
Which is well done.
Okay, I guess nothing's gonna happen here. I'll just concede to the fact that I messed up.
Well, Joe, come on, use your brain, buddy.
No, there's nothing. You
course.
see this one?
Yeah, it's a difficult
Joe,
last tile to place, isn't it?
Boom,
Oh, there you go.
boom.
Is there 2 reds? Yeah, but
There you
what?
go. Nice. I mean, that's 4 points for
But
you.
if you can't find anywhere to place it, that's up to you. You place it wherever you want. If I lose because of those points, I'm throat punching you.
Oh, wait, Connor, I found a place right here.
Yeah. Yeah. Take the city gate. Nice.
Jerk. Enjoy your extra
Arch comes
points. Happy birthday.
Okay.
Enjoy.
Your last turn, Connor.
Paul. Did you hit
Connor,
end turn,
drop.
Joe?
Okay.
Oh, which is...
End turn.
I have a pretty lame little ending here because this is all locked out for us. So I'll just take... Oh, that guy's worth only 2 points. So I'll take these guys. That guy and that guy. And then I'll end my turn.
Okay. And then I flip that over, and if I've got this right, I've got blue and green. So I take the treasury.
Yes, well done.
And how do you rotate? Do that.
Once you've clicked it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
There you go.
There you go. Okay, and that is it.
I like that one. Art on that one too. It's beautiful.
Nice. Okay.
Okay,
scores.
so we'll help add them up. All right, so let's do Paul's. So Paul has a treasury, 4 victory points per game, 4 extra if your state has the largest number of populated districts. I am 99% sure you do. Yeah, you definitely do. Okay, so 8 points in monuments for Paul.
So 8. Plus 13 is 21, 23, 26, 36, 46, 49.
That's impressive.
Whoa,
Yeah.
Had you
crazy.
Did you already add your 8 to that score, or no, I wasn't paying attention?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
So 49
10,
total?
20, 30, 33, 36, 37, 38, 46. Yeah, 46.
No, you're at 49
Was that
when I
49?
wrote it down.
Let's do it again.
8,
10, 20,
8,
30.
18, 21, 23, 25, 26, 30.
Oh yeah, 49. Yeah, I forgot those
49.
three. Yeah,
Well done.
49.
Wow.
Okay, for Joe, what do we have? Temple of Venus, 2 per population district in a city with no empty houses. So 2,
Oh, the empty houses. Forgot about that.
4. So 4 for that one. City gate, 2 per settler of any one color. What color are you picking? Orange, I'm assuming? 2,
Yeah.
4, 6. That's 10 total. There's nobles. You stole from me, you jerk. 2, 4, 6, 8. So that's 18 in monuments. And then in settlers, Joe
Terrible.
has
20.
1, 3, 7, 8, 10, 14, 15, 20. 20, which gives him 38. And for me, victory column gain 4 if he has the most victory points from monuments. So I need to add that up first to find out if I have my extra 4 points or not. Granary is going to make me 10 because I have all the different colors next to it. 10
Nice.
and 16. No! Joe blocks me from getting 4 extra points. Longest road, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Oh!
Because he got
Nuts.
more from monuments than you did, is that right?
Yeah. What a
Okay.
dirty. So 16 in monuments. And then on my player boards, we have 1, 3, 10, 14, 16, 17, 20, 30, 33. No way.
What did you get?
49. Now we both got to recount our points.
I recounted mine twice, so
I can't even remember. Ties never happen in this game. I have to go look at what the tiebreaker is. That's hilarious. I got to check my score.
so
4.
1, 2, 3.
So you know what it is, Connor? The tiebreaker goes to the third person.
No,
So I think
I didn't add up properly. Okay, good. Victory. 4. Okay, a base of 4 plus my granary is 10. That's 14. Temple of Apollo gets me 6, which is 20. Plus, then I do get my 4 bonus.
33. So it's
4.
53.
Connor, you didn't. This victory column, you only took 4 points from there, right?
No, because if you add up my Temple of Apollo, that's 6. Plus my granary is 10 is 16. Plus 4 is 20. So now I've beaten your 18, which gets me
Oh,
so I have 24 and 33, which is 57.
Nice. 57.
57.
Oh, right. Okay, it's going up all the time. Every time we do a recount, it goes up.
Oh, no kidding, Paul.
It's very convenient. I mean, I'm the publisher. I changed the rules slightly.
That is true. That is true. That's a cool little game. It's got...
Yeah.
I mean, I like city building games. I've always had a thing for city building games. But one of the things that I tend to find with a lot of the city building games that I've seen is the lack of player interaction. And this has it, but it's done in a non-violent way.
Exactly. And, I agree, which is funny because for a lot of inside up games, I really like that high player interaction.
Yeah.
But they also...
Oh, you froze.
When I saw this one that I liked about it was actually that there isn't direct take backs, which is nice.
Yeah.
Do you want me to quickly show you the
yeah, so
co-op
just a quick
difference?
recap on this. This plays 2 to 4 players.
Yep.
And the play time, what are you listing as the play time?
What is it listed at? 30 to 60, do I remember? Something like that, I think.
Yeah. I mean, we were an hour and 22, but that was with a teach and using Tabletopia.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Tabletopia slows it down quite a bit, as horrible as that sounds. So if you want, click on the Tabletopia logo. We'll just hop back into the lobby quickly.
I'm in.
And then
Let's
I
go
will
through
switch
the
over.
co-op mode. We're not going to play it, but
Exactly.
we're just going to talk about it and show it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Cooperative. All right. I'm going to hit start. You guys can hit ready.
Yep. So both of these modes are playable on Tabletopia.
Yes, exactly. And a solo mode as well for anyone who wants to try it,
Okay.
which is similar to the cooperative with some small
So-
tweaks.
I've been having all sorts of Tabletopia issues to go along with every other issue that I've been having.
Of course.
I've been having error messages that they've never seen before. So,
That's pretty good.
yeah, and it normally takes about
You're
5 times for it to
Paul.
work. Yeah, I'm a trailblazer. That's what it is. It's resolution issues. Yeah, it's coming up basically. It's trying to switch to a resolution that doesn't really exist. And
Oh,
it takes about 5 goes to go in. And I thought it was because I occasionally remote desktop to my computer.
yeah.
But in this case, I haven't. You know, this is a fresh. It was rebooted an hour ago, and I am trying and trying and trying, and it is not going in. That's 8 times I've tried now, and it's not going in. So
To Tabletopia?
yeah, it's just Well, no, I'm in Tabletopia, but it's when I try to launch the thing. So I'm just going to close Tabletopia.
Sure.
Let's launch it again. Yeah, it's a very strange, weird thing. It was just about. It started just before I was about to do a live stream of Glenmore 2 when it started doing it. And I said to them, I said, look, I'm about to go live with it, and they said, we don't know what it is. We don't know. We've never seen it before. And then I said, oh, it's all right. It's working now. And it's like, so yeah, right. It's doing it now. I just exited Tabletopia and went back in.
Yeah, I don't know. They, like I say, their servers must have just bogged down with the number of people currently playing games.
Okay, let's just check my stream to make sure it's seeing it. I think it is.
Nice,
Yep,
says you've entered
we're
the
in.
game.
Right, okay,
Perfect.
so
And I've already
cooperative
started the
mode.
setup very quickly. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it easy. I'll just pretend like we're playing a 4-player game. No point getting too fancy. So the biggest difference being that these tracks, so when you flip the tracks over in the actual game, this will be the opposite side. So these are different settler tracks. Also, the monuments that we're using, I've set the others out of play already, because depending on the player count from the bottom left of that little thing, we need to complete a certain number of monuments for our difficulty setting for our player count. So if there's 4 of us, we would need to complete 5 of 7 monuments. So I should put one more out there, I guess.
Okay.
Let's do that quickly. There we go. So 5 of these 7s have to be completed. We also would choose one of these 5 edicts. Now they're actually double-sided, so there are 10 edicts, and they have different things such as every city must hold 10 settlers adjacent to their town square.
Right.
Or every city must build 2 districts with 4+ settlers in each and no empty houses. All cities must have the same number of purple settlers. So it's about just different game breakers, rule changers that you need to watch for as you're playing. So we'll randomly leave this one in play and we'll get rid of the other ones. So we need to follow this edict. We need to complete 5 of these 7 monuments if it was a 4-player game.
Right.
And we need to manage our settler tracks. So the way the game plays is that we would actually need a little bit of room because we need a tile supply. Because there is no discarding. So on a standard turn, let's pretend I had this in my hand. And you know what? I'll use Paul's city so it's easier on your camera. Let's pretend I was green. I would be playing these tiles to my city. But before playing, you actually draw from this bag up here. So this is a bag of commoners. I will draw one out at random, and I will place it on the track to my right or to my left. So let's say I've placed it here. Then I will play a tile from my hand to my city, and then I will draw a tile from the supply. So let's say I took this. Whatever, straightforward. Next, Joe would be going next. He would draw a settler. He would place it on whatever one he wanted. He would place a tile, so on and so forth. As these settlers are getting drawn, however, these tracks are filling up. And that matters for 2 reasons. First of all, you stand in line at your city gates. So these 2 cities would have to work together to clear this green one before it clears the blue one, before it clears the next green one, so on and so forth. Now, the other thing that happens is when you're placing, whoop, that's not what I want. Come here. When you're pulling settlers, if you ever pull a settler that matches the color of the last one played, they're both returned to the bag and replaced with a noble, which means it's going to be a little bit harder for those teams to now work to get rid of them. Those go back on the bag. This guy goes in here. Now, if ever during the game, we end up drawing settlers and one gets placed on the skull. Oh, that's not what I want. On the skull icon at the bottom of that board, that's also game over.
Game over.
So players have to worry about managing this track, talking about which tiles they need. So for example, Paul might be saying, oh, I'm trying to do this. Make sure you leave that orange behind for me. So we're being careful with what we're drawing. And we're also following these monuments. So now if you zoom into those monuments, Paul, you'll see they're quite different. So the Pantheon, for example, says this city must hold 4+ nobles. Right? Or the Colosseum must hold 16 or more settlers. So it's these difficult end game goals. The courthouse, all completed districts in this city must contain at least 1 settler or monument. You can have no dead spaces. Right? There's a whole bunch of different ones that definitely change the way you're trying to build and play. So what ends up usually happening is at the start of play, I would say, you know what, guys, I'm actually pretty good at the courthouse. I'll try to, focus on the courthouse. And then Joe says, I'm good at building nobles. I'll do nobles. And Paul says, I'm going to put a lot of people in my city. I'll go for the Colosseum. But then as you're playing, that could change. Stuff comes up. All of a sudden, oh, crap, I'm not getting this. Maybe Paul has more nobles in his city. So let's try to switch those out. Meanwhile, following the Emperor's edict and making sure that we have the required number built by the end of the game. So it ends up playing quite different, and it's a lot of fun just because there's so much talking back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the competitive game that we've just played is very much like a puzzle game where you're trying to do your own puzzle with competing with the other players. This is a puzzle, but then you've got the puzzle on top of the puzzle. You've got your own puzzle of building your city as normal, but then you've got the bigger puzzle of like, how collectively are we going to build, 5 out of these 7, whilst also adhering to this rule, whilst also keeping these in track. So,
and it's funny because people stumble into being, this seems like it's going to be pretty easy, and then they draw a tile that's not going to help them, or an extra settler gets placed in a track, or what happens frequently when I'm playing is I get so excited about building those big districts, Paul, that the tracks just keep filling up because we're not emptying them, and all of a sudden you get to the point of like, oh crap, someone's got to get some settlers off the track, right? Or maybe we make sure that me and you keep this track clear because Joe's having a hard time keeping this track clear, so we need somewhere for him to place his guys. So it's been getting a lot of love as well.
Yeah, cool. So well, thank you very much for your time today. So just to clarify to everybody, this was not a sponsored playthrough. Connor has offered me a hug and an ice cream next time he sees me, but that I can't survive off that, I'm afraid. But no, this video was purely supported through Patreon, and I agreed to do it because I'm friends with Connor. And I wanted to basically, give the game a bit of attention. It is on Kickstarter right now. It has 5 days left to go. There's a few stretch goals left to go. So if you like what you saw here, there was a few people who have actually contacted me today and said, oh, I'm glad you're doing this because they've backed the game and didn't really know that much about it.
Yeah.
So this playthrough, if you get a few people dropping out after this, it's because they backed it earlier without really knowing, and now they've got some more information. But there's a couple of other people that have said in the chat that they had backed this game, and they're happy they did because now they've seen how it played. So
perfect. I shared that up well, and I have an open note right on the Kickstarter page that if anyone's unsure, I will personally teach them how to play in Tabletopia so they can make the choice for themselves whether they like the game or not.
Yeah, that's very good of you to do that. The rules are online though if people want to play themselves. I think I saw a link on the Kickstarter page.
My daughter decided to sit down and pass me a note. Yes, you can FaceTime with Joe soon. Right in the middle of a work call. Yes, they missed their Uncle Joe.
Right.
The rules are online, yes, and they're also on Tabletopia. So if you want to learn them you can reference them very quickly as you're playing. So you can do that in the social mode, competitive mode, or cooperative mode.
Yeah. Right then, we're all done. So thank you to everybody for watching. Thank you to everybody in the live chat, and hello to everybody who is watching this afterwards. I hope you found the video useful. Thank you to you two for your taking some time out today, showing me how to play.
Thanks for playing.
No, it's fine. One final question. This is called City Builder Ancient World. Is that a hint that there might be City Builder something else?
You're a very clever man. Possibly something modern, possibly something future. We've got some more mechanics that just kind of switch in and work with those themes a little bit better. So this could potentially be the first of 3.
But that's not part of this campaign then, that would be something else later.
Correct.
Yeah. Excellent. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'll say goodbye. Again, thank you for everybody for watching. I'll speak to you all soon. Cheers all.
Thanks, everybody.
Everyone.
Gaming Rules is proudly sponsored by Game Toppers, upgrading your gaming experience. Visit GameToppersLLC.com.